It's sometimes easier to speak about what we're not doing here than what we're doing. We're not working on the personality. We have a personality structure, and we're not working on that. It's nothing to be work. It's nothing. It's not a thing to be worked on. Because that's the see. We want to be free. We want to be free of the identification with the personality structure. Every moment is. Can I say this? Oh shit! Every moment is like a death. Boom. Death and rebirth. Death every moment. And let's say the big death. We're approaching our death. Are you going to get somebody to work on their personality when they're approaching death? Forget it. You're going to free them. You're going to give them a different perspective. Hopefully. We don't know. But you're not going to say, oh, well, if we do this for 6 years, you'll be better at X, Y, or Z. Forget it. That's about becoming, which a lot of meditation is about. It's about becoming. This is not about becoming intentionally. We do change, and the personality structure does change, but that's a byproduct. Let's say that the question earlier, let's say we keep getting hooked into this thing that's happening in the neighborhood. Let's say we all do it. So we think, oh, let me practice, and after a while, I won't get caught up so much. That is true, but what am I trying to say? Hoping won't do it. Hoping won't free you. What you have to do is to see in the moment how you get hooked. Hook, hook, and then then they work together. Yeah, the thoughts and the emotion they've got you. You are in their grip. And the more we begin to see that actually happening in the moment, and that's we see this in meditation as well, but it happens in daily life. We start having the thought, I wish the car would break down. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. Oh, sick of this. Having a thought, I can't stand it. Whatever. We see those thoughts, we identify them, and then we come back to the body. That's what we do. You have to come back to the body. You have to come out of the free yourself of the hook, which is not difficult actually. As soon as you see it, you're free of it. Just our tendency is to go back in there because we believe that if we think about something so much enough, it'll solve it. And that kind of spinning thinking doesn't help. So we're not working on the personality structure here. But what will happen through observation of that, of the personality getting caught in that again and again, is it begins to change. But you can't say to yourself, I'm not going to get hooked today. It doesn't work. Say to yourself now, I'm not going to think for the next 3 minutes. That's why I don't ask you to clear your mind, or I might do it for 2 or 3 seconds for an exercise. But as a general rule, we don't ask ourselves to clear our minds or to blank the mind because it doesn't work. Something that doesn't work, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to dig a hole with a pen. We have an idea of this personality structure that at some point we will be perfect. The idea of being perfect, it's more of a trauma. It's a trauma that we get from very early on, that we're not good enough. That trauma is I'm not good enough. So we feel not good enough, so we try to be perfect, so we're acceptable. It's a trauma. I know you probably don't like that. You won't be perfect. This is freedom. This is not perfection. This is freedom. Or you could say everything is just perfect as it is. What was it Shakespeare said? Conscience makes cowards of us all. Thinking makes cowards of us all. It makes us into all sorts of things. Thinking. It's made a coward out of me many times. I remember many times I've had all this, and then I'll say this, I'll do that, and I'll go there, and I get into my, oh, don't say that, you're thinking Wally, and blah, blah, blah. And I talk myself out of it because I'm lost in thought. So this is not about becoming something, somebody who's going to shine. But what happens as we practice, the personality, which we all have, is more free to express itself. It's a bizarre way it works. When we stop trying to change the personality and identify with the personality, it's more free to shine. Like some personalities are silly, some are serious. And the basic structure of the personality doesn't change, but it's just free. There's more freedom for it to express itself. So if there's a silly personality, it might get sillier. I don't know. It might get more serious. There's less like, oh, I shouldn't do that, or I should do this, or there's less of that around. There's just spontaneous, boom, boom. Imperfect book. Yeah. Intentionally write an imperfect book. Because if you're looking for perfection, you'll never complete it. It doesn't exist. The place imperfection exists is here. Again, Shakespeare, what was it? Oh, thinking. Nothing is good or bad. Thinking makes it so. You could say nothing is imperfect, but thinking makes it so. Perfect and imperfect belong to the dualistic mind. Belongs to the mind. And see, we're trapped in that. We feel trapped in the mind, so we're trapped in this. This is not good enough. Boom. So therefore, I need to get on this wheel of becoming. Do you see the trap? It's a trap. I'm not saying you won't change. You will change. Some people change more than others. Depends on the individual. You will change through this. We do change. But that's not the purpose. Particularly if you've been meditating a while, your approach to it matures, as it were. And okay. And then we get down to just feeling, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, thinking. Yeah. One or two, you look a little alarmed. Dear. See, sometimes we just need to be nudged or elbowed out of this. I'm doing, hey, wake up. It doesn't. That's not where it is. It's not over there. The answer's not in the mind. The answer's not. You're never going to work this out and arrive at an answer. There's no answer. So, in the words of Joe Quebec, there's no problem.